The reason why you don't understand NTLM relay attack is because you don't know how NTLM works. Let's fix that. NTLM is an old Microsoft authentication protocol that is used when a client needs to prove its identity to a server. Instead of sending passwords directly to the server, it relies on a challenge response mechanism to verify users. Here's how it works. The client asks the server to authenticate using NTLM by sending a negotiate message. Then the server replies with a random challenge. Then the client encrypts this challenge using its NTLM password hash and sends it back to the server as an authenticate message. The server then compares this response with what it expects using the stored NTLM hash. If the value matches, the access is granted, otherwise it's denied. So as you can see, no password is transmitted, only the encrypted challenge and response. The main problem is that the server never verifies who actually generated the response. It only checks whether it's valid or not. This means an attacker can capture the challenge response and relay it to another service that trusts NTLM. Let me give you a very cool example from the KAKAROOT lab. After a little bit of enumeration, we discovered that this host is running Microsoft Exchange server and it's vulnerable to the known exploit ProxyShell. The ProxyShell exploit is supposed to give us remote code execution immediately, but this instance appears to be patched. However, we can still access the Exchange management shell. From there, we can invoke Exchange features such as new mailbox export request. For example, if I want to export the administrator mailbox, we can do it with the new mailbox export request. We specify the user mailbox like the domain administrator, then the name and the file path. This file path could be our SMB shell in our Kali machine, and this way we might receive an NTLM authentication from the Exchange server trying to authenticate to our SMB share. To verify that, we run responder to capture any incoming NTLM authentication. We execute the new mailbox export request to our Kali machine. As you can see, we captured the NTLM v2 response originating from the Exchange host using the Exchange computer account. In other words, the Exchange server produced a response computed with the machine account in T-hash. Cracking that machine account hash is very difficult. However, we can try relaying the captured challenge response to other services that accepts NTLM. The next step is to find the service where we can relay this captured NTLM authentication. After some enumeration, we discovered an EDCS server in this environment. We checked the list of the certificate templates and we found one called computer auth. The AKU extended key usage includes client authentication, which means certificate issued from this template can be used to authenticate to the domain. However, only domain computers and high-privileged principals have enrollment rights to this template. So if we can relay the captured NTLM response for the Exchange computer account to the CA enrollment service, we could obtain a PFX certificate as the Exchange computer account. We also have web enrollment enabled, so all we have to do is to relay that NTLM response to the web enrollment service and get a PFX certificate. First, we're going to use ntlmrelayx from Impacket, then we specify the EDCS server that has a web enrollment enabled, then the template we want to abuse, which is computer auth --EDCS. Now we get back to our ProxyShell exploit and we execute the new mailbox export request again. As you can see, the exchange.pfx certificate is successfully generated. Next, we will use certipy to get the computer account NTLM hash. And then we can use this NTLM hash and get full local admin access to the Exchange server. This is my favorite part of the KAKAROOT lab, so if you want to practice in your own, check out redsign.com. See you in the next video.